Hey, lovely, lovely, wonderful, beautiful, handsome people. A pleasant Sunday afternoon to you. If you have not yet made Jesus Christ your personal Lord and Savior, please do so now. He's the best being ever. Certainly, that would be the best decision you could ever make. All right, beautiful people. So I'm still on my weekend star. I can't even get to start the Sunday Gleaner yet. But I think the weekend star is festive. Oh my goodness. All right. So it says online shopping quietly killing small businesses, Williams claim. That is Favour Williams, Minister Favour Williams. All right, let's read what it says here. Jamaica's growing appetite for online shopping is quietly pushing small retailers out of business, according to Finance Minister Favour Williams, who warned that the shift is creating an uneven playing field for local businesses. Speaking during her budget presentation in Parliament on Tuesday, Williams said the rise of tax free online purchases is leaving brick and mortar stores struggling to compete, resulting in what she described as a silent closure of small retail operations across the island. The minister said the planned introduction of a digital services tax is meant to ensure fairness, generate government revenue, and keep tax laws in line with the way modern business is conducted. She argued that without such measures, local retailers are placed at a disadvantage. This is her speaking. This puts our local businesses, our local retailers at a disadvantage. It is not equitable or fair. Our local businesses have to compete with tax free items, Williams said. Beyond the loss of storefronts, the minister stressed that the ripple effects of closures extend far beyond shop owners. When a retail outlet shuts its doors, she said workers across several sectors feel the impact. It is the people who work in these retail shops, these businesses, who are affected when they close, she told Parliament. It is a security guard who is no longer needed at the entrance or to direct you where to park. It is a cleaning crew that comes in early in the morning or late at night that are let go. She also pointed to the wider economic consequences, noting that shuttered businesses mean lost payments for rent, electricity, and water. It is not happening with a loud bang, Madam Speaker, just silently, she said. Williams said the disappearance of familiar neighborhood stores may be tied to the surge in tax-free online imports. So the next time you go to a little shop that used to sell little things that you like and it's no longer there, it probably fell victim to items coming in without GCT, she said. However, the finance minister was careful to emphasize that the government does not intend to restrict Jamaicans from buying goods online or from overseas retailers. Well, I don't think that would be. Is that legal? Can that be? I don't think that would be. And trust me, there would be an uproar that would not be fruitful. There's no thought to curtail digital purchases. Yes, so there's no thought to curtail digital purchases from whenever in the world you wish to buy, she said, noting that consumers still have ready access to foreign exchange to make those purchases. Instead, Williams said the government must remain alert to the shifting dynamics of digital commerce and its implications for the local economy, particularly the survival of small businesses and the jobs they support. All right. There are a few factors as to why online shopping is quietly killing, annihilating small businesses, according to the finance minister. And this is a conversation that was had in no particular order, to say from the least to the greatest or from the greatest to the least. I'm just going to state some. There are others, but I'm going to state some. One. All right. So one, some of the things that people may want, whether it's in terms of their size, color, style, it may not be available here in Jamaica in some of these local retailing stores or shops. So it's whether the style, the color, whatever it is that they need, in apparel, in shoes, whatever it is. Two, the prices, though we understand that you have to pay, GCT. You have to pay the different costs associated, custom fees, and you have to put your markup. When people work that out, it is still not commensurate with what to me is ethically sound. And perhaps it may hinge on something legal. So for example, let us say you should put on $100 more. When you check it out, you put on $500 more. Way off. So we're talking about incorporating your markup, paying back, putting in the fees where you can get back, putting in the markup where you can get back what you had to pay for customs and freight and shipping and whatever it is. When you work it out, it is way out of boundary. So if it should be $100 at best, and we give you the maximum, you go into $400, into $500, way off, clear cut way off. Because you have people who are mathematically inclined or economically inclined and can work it out, and they say, this is crazy. This is highway robbery. It's thievery. 2, that was the second one. Sorry. So the first one was you may not have the style, the color, the whatever it is that you may want and need here. And 2, the price is way out of whack. It is way too expensive. And 3, which I consider maybe the most significant, and I'm sure there are other reasons, but what I consider the most significant, the customer service is poor. It is deplorable. It sucks, to say the least. It is horrible. It is horrific. One would think that when you walk into these places that you're begging them as opposed to exchanging, doing a bartering. So one would think that you're not giving them cash for the goods. The way how they look at you, you feel the energy. It is awful. The way how they speak to you, they don't have to shout, but just that tone is suggestive of disrespect and disregard, as if to say, you are compelled, or you must come in here to buy. So I don't need to be nice to you. I don't have to be nice to you. I don't have to speak to you nicely. And it's not about shouting or screaming at the person or saying curse words. It is your tone, it is your attitude, it's your disposition, your composition, your energy that you give off to people. It sucks. Customer service is extremely poor in Jamaica. It is poor and indigent, and impoverished as illiteracy is in Jamaica. And our illiteracy rate is very, very high. It is horrible, to say the least, and it has nothing to do with the location per se, because I've been to the most creme de la creme, you would call it, and it is horrible. And I've been to the, maybe not necessarily way lowest of the lowest, but some places that some people probably wouldn't want to go, and it is horrible too. Rarely do you find great customer service consistently in this country. So the minister should really do a thorough research as to why Jamaicans are buying online. It's not just about cost efficiency. One of the things that people would probably even spend $1 million, $2 million, $3 million for a small item than to spend maybe $1,000 in a store where they're treated like a common criminal, like a dog. Walking around watching them constantly. That's very poor customer service, especially if it's a customer that you've had over time and they've never done anything. You've never seen them do anything that is unseeming or underhanding or illegal. So it underpins what I'm talking about in terms of why it is that the online shopping has taken over the market. They don't have to deal with anybody, and it is probably costly, because remember now, Minister, you said they're going to tax it. You don't even have to do that, because once it goes over $100, you know that you have to pay the custom fees or charges, plus whatever little charges you have to pay. Plus, remember, when you order online, you have to pay fees. It's not just the exact money what you see for the item. So people rather to wear the street, what in any way, shape, or form we can reduce the stress, the discomfort, the difficulty. We will do it, even if, and it may be more expensive to shop online in some cases, but Jamaicans said they'd rather that than to deal with the sour-faced man or woman in the store. Anyway, guys, you know what to do with TikTok and YouTube. Subscribe, give me one of those lines, and follow me on Instagram.